my channel French Pulse. Let's enjoy learning French. Today we are going to learn negation with negative expressions. This is part 3. In part 1 we learned how to change sentences into negative ne plus verb plus pas, and in part 2 we learned that we have to change indefinite article and partitive article to de in negative, and that the verb être doesn't change. In this part, we're going to learn negative expressions. It's not only ne plus verb plus pas, but ne plus verb plus an expression. So let's see. When we have que, qu'est-ce que, quelque chose, which means something, tout means all, it changes to ne plus verb plus rien, which means nothing. Then toujours or encore can mean still. It changes to ne plus verb plus plus, which means no more. Souvent means often, or toujours also here means always. It changes to ne jamais, which is never. Parfois also means sometimes. Quelquefois also means sometimes. They'll also change to never, ne jamais. Quelque part means somewhere. It will change to ne plus verb plus nulle part. That means nowhere. Let's look at some more negative expressions. Here are some more expressions. With qui est-ce qui, quelqu'un, which means someone, tout, all or every, it changes to ne person, ne a person. If it's in the place of subject, it becomes personne. Only when we do examples, you'll understand this better. Déjà means already. It changes to n'est pas encore, not yet. Le in a sentence sometimes we have when we have to repeat the le, or du, the, or it could be un, une, that is indefinite article, partitive article, or definite article. We change it to ne, ni, neither nor. And then we've got, when we have nouns in plural in certain sentences, we can change it to ne, aucun, aucune, that is no one, none or any. We'll do some examples to understand negative expressions. Before we look at examples, let us look at some rules. To make a sentence negative, put ne before the verb and pas after the verb. That's what we have learned. But now we're learning, instead of pas, we're going to use expressions. In passé composé, ne before auxiliary verb and pas after the auxiliary verb. This is also regards to the expression. In reflexive verb, ne goes before the reflexive pronoun. In imperative sentences, ne before the verb and pas after the verb. If there are two verbs, ne will come before the first verb and pas will come after it. And if there is an extra pronoun before the verb, ne goes before it. Now we're going to see some examples to understand negative expressions. Let's look at some examples. Il est allé au cinéma. Here we are seeing the usage of passé composé. So, il n'est pas allé. We said ne before auxiliary, pas after auxiliary, au cinéma. Le soir, je me promène. This is a reflexive verb. We said ne comes before the reflexive pronoun. So, le soir, je ne me promène pas. Rangez votre chambre. This is imperative sentence. Ne rangez pas votre chambre. So, ne before the imperative and pas after the verb. Il aime manger un gâteau. So, here we've got two verbs. So, ne before the first verb and pas after the second. Now, this has got an indefinite article, so it will change to the. So, remember, indefinite articles and partitive articles. What are indefinite articles? Un, une, they. And partitive articles, du, the, la, del apostrophe, des will change to de or d apostrophe in negation. Marc lui a donné la glace. This is an extra pronoun is there, so it becomes Marc ne lui a pas donné la glace. This is a passé composé sentence here, so it has to be ne before the auxiliary verb and pas after the auxiliary verb, but we've got an extra pronoun here, so it becomes Marc ne lui a pas donné la classe. Let's look at more examples to understand negative expressions. Here are some more examples. Il y a quelque chose dans le sac. There's something in the bag. There's nothing in the bag. So, il n'y a rien. Quelque chose changes to ne rien dans le sac. Elle habite encore en Inde. That means she still lives in India. She no more lives in India. Elle n'habite plus en Inde. So, encore changes to plus. Pierre est toujours en retard. Pierre is always late. Pierre n'est jamais en retard. So, toujours changes to jamais. N'est jamais en retard. Il y a quelqu'un, remember quelqu'un, we have to be very careful. Il y a quelqu'un dans la chambre. There's someone in the bedroom. There is no one in the bedroom. So, il n'y a personne. Quelqu'un is changing to personne. Let's take an example with à quelqu'un. Il a parlé à quelqu'un. See the usage in passé composé. We have to be very careful here because when it's passé composé, person is placed after the past participle in passé composé. Because we have learned that auxiliary, we put ne before the auxiliary and the expression after the auxiliary. But when we have person, when we are placing person, we need to place person after the past participle of the main verb. So, il a parlé à quelqu'un, it changes to il n'a parlé à personne. Let's look at some more examples. When quelqu'un is in the position of subject, then when we replace it, it becomes, when we change it to negative, we have to put person first and then no. So, quelqu'un vient aujourd'hui, someone is coming today, nobody is coming today. So, personne ne vient aujourd'hui. Il est allé quelque part. When we have quelque part in passé composé, then nulle part will in passé composé is placed after the past participle. So, il est allé quelque part, il n'est allé nulle part. So, remember, passé composé, when we have passé composé, person and nulle part is placed after the past participle. Il mange du pain et du poulet. Il ne mange ni pain ni poulet. So you remove the a and it becomes neither bread nor chicken. Il aime le café et le thé. When it's definite article, then we write il n'aime ni le café ni le thé. So we retain the definite article. Il y a des personnes. When the noun is in plural, there is nobody, there is no person. Il n'y a aucune personne. I hope you have understood negative expressions. Click the link in the description box for exercises on the same. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. Au revoir et à bientôt.